Drilling down to rock bottom. So Geminis, I saw a drill, and then we've got the 10 of Swords with the King of Swords. There's a sense of drilling down to something that is the empty. It's almost like you tried to get down to the bottom of a situation. What you found was nothing, emptiness. There's a hole in the bottom of the bucket, and there's nothing in the bucket when you went to look. So there's a situation in your life, Gemini, or this could be somebody around you, where you're finding out that there is actually nothing at the bottom of something that you thought was full. So this could be a relationship that you thought was, had value, had a lasting quality to it, or had some other benefit. And when you actually drill down by looking at all the facts, by really analyzing the situation, because that's the King of Swords, is looking at it logically, you find that really what you have is nothing. What you have is an ending. And then, like I said, the other thing that I saw was a stick shift, okay? So I saw a stick shift. So there's a sense of, like, what do you do when you hit rock bottom, right? You got to change gears. So either you guys are changing gears after hitting rock bottom on a situation, and you're like, well, I gotta get out of this situation. I gotta do something different now that I've found out that that I've hit rock bottom, that I have an empty bucket, that my bucket has a hole in it. I gotta get a new bucket. I gotta get something else to fill the bucket with. There's a sense of having to shift gears completely once this is revealed to be the case. All right, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Whoa, 8 of Cups. So leaving a situation behind, okay? Leaving a situation behind is 8 of Cups. And that's what you realize when you realize the bucket's empty, is that somebody's been drilling a hole in the bucket, right? I didn't see a bucket, but I did see the drill. And then with the idea of the 10 of Swords is an ending. So I'm just thinking that there's nothing left. There's nothing left to fill. The bucket can't hold anything. Anything else here for Gemini, please? Anything else for Gemini? From the Oracle cards, we have the rabbit here coming out with the arrow and the bread. So the arrow, the rabbit it's sort of the vibe of there's plenty of fish in the sea, so you can get something better elsewhere. There's plenty of better options. That's what the rabbit means. It's options. It's multiplicity. So there are other relationships where you could actually have a full bucket, right? There are other jobs where the bucket can be full. And when I say a full bucket, I mean like let's say, for example, your job is the thing that you're looking at and you're like, oh my God, I've worked here for 10 years. I've never moved up, in my position, and this is leading nowhere. There is no growth in this company. Maybe that's the empty bucket. So the empty bucket can be a lot of different things depending on your situation. But then looking at the other cards here, we've got the bread and we've got the arrow on target. The bread is getting what you need. So if it's a relationship, it's getting what you need out of a relationship from somewhere else where the bucket is full, where the bucket doesn't have a hole in it. And then, or like if it's a job, get money, right? You get paid, but you can get paid from a different job because there's plenty of there's plenty of fish in the sea when it comes to jobs too. And so you can get the specific thing that you need. That's the arrow. There is something specific that you're looking for. There's something specific that you wanted to be in the bucket. And the bucket has a hole in it and it's empty. So you can get the thing that's supposed to be in the bucket from somewhere else. And that's what this is saying. And I think that the shifting gears is you guys doing that now. Is shifting gears and saying, well, now, you know what? I'm going to look somewhere else because I'm not getting what I need from this situation. It's kind of reached an end. It's sort of reached the finish line. There's nothing left to get out of it. And so the facts are the facts, and it's time to move on. Let's go ahead and pull some advice and see if this is a good idea. Maybe you're wrong. Maybe there is something left to be gained from this situation that you think is totally empty. But let's see what we get out of the cards for advice. Any advice here for Gemini? Any advice for Gemini? Oh, yeah. I mean, the advice is your perception's on point. The way you're looking at the situation is correct. You can find something better somewhere else. You can get a better situation elsewhere. Or in whatever part of your life that this is referring to, you can find better elsewhere. Look, Ace of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. That is, if you take action, Ace of Wands, you get fortune, Wheel of Fortune, okay? And then Six of Wands is literally the card for success, being successful in something. So if you just take action, you'll be successful in finding a better situation. You will. It does require taking action though, because the High Priestess is saying, to some degree, you've been quiet. You've been quiet and like assessing where you're at. You haven't really done much. It's like you've been okay in your relationship, job, apartment, right? You've been okay and you've been quiet. Well, this is saying, I mean, if you're quiet, that's fine. But you have to take action to actually get a better thing. You're not going to get a better thing unless you actually take some sort of action here. King of Swords is just your logic being right. It's confirmation. It's coming back out again. And it's confirmation that your math checks out. 0 plus 0 equals 0. And that's where you're at right now. That's what's in the bucket. Let's see what we get out of the Oracle. Any other advice here for Geminis? Any other advice? Any other advice for Gemini? Any other advice for Gemini? Wow, okay, yeah, so this is getting really encouraging because we've got Aquarius coming out. Aquarius is kind of like a weird fit. So there's, like I said, if your bucket's empty where you're at, there's somewhere else you'll be a perfect fit. It's like there's a job out there that's a perfect fit for you, and where you're at is a dead end. There's a relationship out there that's a perfect fit, and where you're at's a dead end. There's apartment there, whatever. And that's what Aquarius is saying, but it's not necessarily conventional. Aquarius is a bit off the beaten path. You are gonna have to go off the beaten path, which kind of makes sense because you're leaving something behind, right? In order to do this, and you do kind of have to like take charge a little bit. You have to kind of like look it up. Like I said, these things aren't just coming to you out of nowhere. You have to take action. You have to look where you're supposed to look, and you have to apply. Like Saturn with the book is do a little research, do all the things you're supposed to do, like if it's a job, go to an interview, right? So there are things that you need to do as part of this. You have options. That's what the cards are saying. You got so many options, and you're just to stick with what you got, which is like crappy, or it's just going nowhere. The cards are saying, seek out all these options that are out there. That's what the cards are saying. You got options, seek them out, and you'll find something better where you fit in better. Your skills are utilized better. Your knowledge is utilized better with the book there. So don't be afraid to do that. All right, Gemini, that's going to be your reading. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. And also check out Patreon if you want to see more readings and support what I do. Links should be below. With that, I'll see you next time.